Hey guys, this is Dre41 and welcome to another episode of Wrestling Rants and Review. On this episode today, we are going to be speaking about the past episode of NXT. And of course, I have my co-host with me.
Killer Frogs.
Lord have mercy, it takes you longer and longer to respond to those every single episode. but
No, it
yes,
doesn't. No, it
yes, it
doesn't. Your
does.
man thing's slow,
No,
dude.
listen. I'm methodical with it. I have to, I gotta lure them in with a smooth voice. I'm just saying. So,
Lower them in.
but hey, I don't have a white van yet, but
What kind of candy you got?
the kind that makes you go to sleep after.
Black van. Black van.
So, the starting of it to me has a beginning like ECW, and it's definitely a more. I didn't have notes. I'm looking at the notes. Shut up.
Hardcore.
No, nothing like that. I think it's like a grittier type of look, but it's too clean to be gritty. I don't know. It's like a clean gritty, if that makes sense.
It's an hour show. I don't know why they're going for that. I guess it's because it's like a new group, I guess, or style. Because like this week's was a little, as we'll talk about it. I don't know. It felt more like I was watching a practice, like they were all practicing, showing Triple H, so that they can figure out who's gonna be on TV and who's not.
Really?
But yeah, I don't know.
I don't see it that way.
I had a little bit of a. I mean, like the Catch His Own No match.
Well, let's go in order.
Like we'll get to. Yeah.
Well, the first one is Peyton Royce against Ember Moon. This is the return match for Ember Moon from a shoulder injury that Asuka gave to her when she literally like threw her through the ropes and out the ring, and she hit the barrier. Really amazing stuff. But in this match, it was the craziest thing is there was a point where Ember Moon was on the top rope and she was going to do like a when Peyton Royce was going to do a fisherman suplex off the top rope, and it's like neither. I don't know if either one of them know how to perform.
That's just to get you going.
I know that this is pulling at my heartstrings, and it was just like I know it wasn't going to happen. It's never going to happen. I don't think it's ever going to happen. I think it's going to stick to trying it. But just like how Ric Flair goes to the top ropes and never does anything, always gets thrown down. That's going to be her go-to move. But
well, he's very old too.
Well, he's always been old. He was born old. I mean, that's not. He was born like. When have you ever remembered him being young? Never. In the 70s, he was in his 30s. He was old.
Oh, wow.
But
well, he had that big flowy hair, which was like
whatever.
It's like, woo.
But Moon was very athletic in this match. Springboards.
I thought it shouldn't have been a curtain jerker match though.
Why not?
If you're trying to get him over,
it's not a storyline match.
You're lowering the value. No, you're lowering the. See, curtain jerkers are the curtain jerkers for a reason. You're lowering their value, just like Shawn Michaels said about Bret Hart years ago. He's like, look, who's the curtain jerker now? He's making comments because Bret Hart got paid $5 million for 5 years to sit, and he was opening the show, and you don't do that. Like you got the two girls, and Peyton Royce and that other girl, and they're just like goofy, whatever, but they can wrestle, they could get it done, and they do it good. But it's just like to have them where you're really putting them up there, and then you kick them down to the show.
But it's only an hour though.
You're devaluing them. But you're devaluing them. I would have put them at least halfway through, at least at like the 30-minute mark, at least. I mean, if anything, I would have started with the tag team match. I mean,
what was Sanity? So you're saying that Eric Young is
because Ember Moon. No, because it's a tag team match. You get the fans going. You get the fans going. Yeah, something crazy happened. So it kind of gets them flowing and going. Because Eric Young can carry it from anywhere. You're trying to build up Ember Moon and Peyton Royce, and you can't do that when you're building them, making them something, and then jerking them back down to the lower. I mean, to me, it felt like a try-hard fest. I mean, they should have been a little bit higher on the card.
Well,
that's just my thing.
Well, I mean, other than that, I mean, I still figured that it was a good match.
Come on. Sonya was after. Sonya was later. She should have been the curtain jerker.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
maybe.
Ember Moon was already up there.
But
She
there
had the
had to
title
been
shot.
the video.
And
The video had to had that little vignette of her first before they re-debut her, even though she was already on NXT TV before. But back to the match at hand. Once again, Royce had a good spin kick as Ember Moon tried to do a front flip clothesline. Caught her with a good spin kick. That was good. Royce also used the Widow's Peak, which that should be a finish. That shouldn't even be something that you use in the middle of a match. That, to me, that should have been a finish. But to close out the first match of the show, Corkscrew Stunner win for Ember Moon. What's next for Ember Moon in your eyes?
my eyes, I think you've kind of watered her down. Her injury, just like Kenta, the injuries kind of dampened it. She should have had the title by now. I mean, the fact that Asuka has it for so long, I don't know why they're doing it. We get it. We don't care. And we know she's going to lose it to the other chick. But to me, Ember Moon should have been more on a hot streak because, she's got the look. She's got the moves in the ring. She's got a decent gimmick. Probably won't last on the main roster, but I don't know. I just don't see her. I look at her like a Bailey. A comic book Bailey. I mean, that's it. I mean, I really don't. I mean, Sasha Banks has gotten more than her in less time, so.
Would you say that Sasha Banks has a stronger character than Ember Moon?
No, they both are good wrestlers, but Sasha's better on the mic. Ember Moon's like, I want to try harder.
Yeah, I don't like her character on the mic. It doesn't match her character like in the ring and her look. Yeah, they need to develop something.
She should have a manager.
No, not everybody should have a manager.
I think she should. I think she would be good in like Sanity because she kind of has that Ember Moon that thing. Just make her a little grittier, and then it could take her more serious and not talk. Let her moves speak for her. I mean, it's like having the woman from Police Academy, sucker, having her and giving her the title and expecting her to be taken serious. It's just not gonna happen.
Lord,
she opened up her mouth. Some people, it's just no. Goldberg, they had to send him for classes, dude. He didn't know how to talk. They literally had to send him for classes. That's why he never talked. He was terrible.
Some people are more for action. Some people are more for talking, and other people can do both. But then after that
Peyton Royce, and the other girl, they're just better. To me, that they were just better because they could sell stuff and they can wrestle. So I'm buying their product more than Ember's. Ember's, I thought she was going around.
In ring product, I'll have to run with Ember Moon. Overall character, I can go with Peyton Royce. And who's the other one?
Right? I don't like.
No, now I gotta know. It's Peyton Royce and oh wow, I really don't remember. That's that.
Oh
but then there was a backstage segment with There's a backstage segment with Cassius Ohno and Hideo Itami where Hideo Itami was just explaining, hey, I've been on a losing streak, and Ohno saying, hey, you got to get through it just like I am.
Basically, the short version, they're both losers, and they're gonna get together, and they're gonna.
I think they should face each other.
Go through a tear.
I think they should face each other.
They're both losers. They're trying to take. They're using Itami's, Kenta's power to make Thaddeus Ohno.
Wow.
Because he got large, bro. I'm sorry. I mean, and we'll get into that more, but. Trying to help him with that, and he's trying to help him because he's back, and it's just they're trying to take two things that they know they're probably not going to get much out of, and trying to do something with them, and that's basically, I don't know, that segment was just stupid. I mean, I was waiting for Tommy to come out, but he didn't, so to me that was completely and utterly pointless. It really is.
And also, there was another. Well, we're not speaking about that. We'll speak about the other backstage segment in a moment. We're going to breeze through this next tag team match really easily. The Ely brothers, who look like giant versions of Usher. The singer Usher. What? They look like giant versions of Usher. If you look at them, they look like giant versions of Usher. They do. Shout outs to them looking like giant versions of Usher.
What's that guy? Wow. Oh my God, the guy from Nation of Domination?
Farouk?
Him? Frog Splash?
Oh, D-Lo?
No, the Fruit guy. D-Lo looked like double D-Lo. It looked like it was like a double D-Lo in a double mint commercial.
No.
It was like
D-Lo?
D-Lo jacked up.
There's a side-by-side comparison from D-Lo to the
I
Ely
know.
brothers, they look nothing alike. If you put the Ely brothers and Usher together, they look like giant versions of him. That's that.
Well, I mean, if you look like, well, I was waiting for them to put their arms out and go, woo, you know, but like they're coming out and trying to be all hyped. Like, no, you're big guys. Just come out, kick some ass, and that's it. They're coming out like, yeah, we're gonna win.
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
very
yeah,
corny. It's
dude,
very
come
corny.
on,
It is.
man.
I mean, but
I
it's
mean,
corny. But it is what it is. It was, it was an okay match, good pace. Win for Sanity. What is next for Sanity in your eyes? What do you see them doing? Like even with like the
my eyes.
faction, or like even with Eric Young.
I honestly think that what they should do is they should take them, put them to the main roster, let them cause chaos, and not have direction, and let Bray Wyatt guide them.
So
And have Bray Wyatt as a guy. Because Bray Wyatt needs a group. He's terrible by himself. I'm sorry. Okay, that Ferrari engine's a bunch of bullshit. I don't know what they're feeding it, like caramel. I don't know. He's just, to me, he's very boring, and he tries to be like Raven. Oh, shut up, dude. I'm done with you. So you put Sanity with him, and I think it'll rejuvenate his career, and it'll give them much needed cred. Not that they really need it, but it will give them much needed cred. And Eric Young can be like the Arn Anderson kind of. You know what I mean? I don't know, but then they'll probably crap on that anyway. But I think that's what they need to do, because to me, Sanity, I like them, but they're gonna crap on them. They're gonna, because they're a realistic group in a wrestling organization like the Bullet Club. They're realistic. They got the angles. They got the moves, and you can't not like them. But I think they need that to push them fast and hard, and then maybe put the Shield back together
oh goodness, now you're going
for some
into
matches against them.
fancy booking now.
No, but that's my whole point. That's my point. I don't see them in NXT. It's kind of wasting their time. You're just waiting. You're just giving injury a chance to happen. You're giving bad things a chance to happen. Maybe failed drug tests or whatever. I would use these guys. It's a good group. Move them up to main roster now by SummerSlam. That's it. Invade somebody at SummerSlam. That's it. Put them on Monday Night Raw and let them go buck wild, and then let Bray be with them, and then they take Bray in, and it was a big plan or something. But personally, I think they're wasting them in NXT.
Okay.
They're there. We get it. Move them up.
Okay. And
what do you think?
I mean, with Sanity, I would say you have to get Eric Young the championship somehow. Eventually get the belt off of Rude, give it to a babyface, and you have to make Eric Young just that psychopath leader who's literally throwing.
But you can't with the title though. You're thinking something we'd want to do. You got to think realistically.
Well, no, it's what I feel like they should do.
You have Kenta, and you have whoever else is coming in. I mean, right there they got it set for like almost a year now. Like you said, it's only an hour show. There's no way Eric Young, because Eric Young, everywhere he's went, he had to work hard and grind like a motherfucker. He's been in the business forever. He even took a huge pay cut in TNA just to keep going, and he did it, and he found a character. They need to move them up to the main roster, because personally, I mean, if they're big guys, I don't see them sticking around together for too long. I mean, you saw what they did to the Wyatt family. I mean, I don't know. I think that they need to move him up. I mean, I like what you're saying, but think about it, Dre. You're going to take that time? Who's he going to beat? Roderick Strong again? Really? And then what? Keep him in NXT for a year? You're wasting him. You really are. You're waiting for injury to happen.
Well, I don't think it's so much of that. I would just like to see him, climb the ladder of NXT first, and then go to the main roster to where they can utilize the storyline of him climbing the ranks with Sanity and using them to get to the top, and seeing if that can reflect on the main roster. I'd rather them go to SmackDown, and they say, hey, you did all this with Sanity and NXT. Now they're here. Will it be more of the same? Can he do it on a bigger stage, a grander scale, on a weekly basis?
We know he can.
Come on, cut it out. He can. So next, it was a backstage segment where it was Roderick Strong coming in with his wife and his new baby, and Robert Roode was taking pictures with the championship. And it was so like old school corny bad guy,
fake,
where it was just like, hey, you got a good looking baby there. You know, if you want another one, tell her to come to me. Like, oh, really? Like, this is what we're doing? Like, this is the insults that we giving out in 2017? Come on now. It could have been something so much better than that. He could have been, no, you're interrupting my photo shoot. Get out the way. I don't care if you got a brand new baby. Get that ugly baby out of here. Something like that. To sit there and make that little corny joke of like,
Yeah.
come on now, like, what, next time you want to have a baby, send your wife my way. Like, come on, that was corny. The match will probably be better than that segment they had backstage. But it to me, it was just like, that's what you given Bobby Roode to say. Out of like just his character, his development, and the way that he evolved through the years with his character, that's the best you can give him to say to Roderick Strong. I mean, I know they're
To me,
putting
it just
this.
feels. Yeah. To me, it feels like they're really working. They're really pulling it hard for no
I mean,
reason.
I
It's
think they're
like
just
you have huge stars, but they're not doing anything
they're
with it.
pulling at the
It's like they don't know what
heartstrings
to do with
for
it.
Roderick Strong because they had a whole little segment or like a multi-series with Roderick about him being a father, and that's so I get it. Like they're using that to say, oh, he's a brand new father, so he gets offended very easily when you say something about his family. Okay, but it's just like, dog, come on now, don't do that. It's so 1990s. Like, come on, man. Like, say something else.
Not even that. Or at least if she's walking by him, he could always whisper in her ear something where you don't hear. What do you say? What do you say? And then you could drag it out, and it could be like that's something Bobby Roode would do.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's just once again you're just doing this whole thing for you have talent. You have two guys which are probably going to give you the best heavyweight title match. I mean, because I'm sorry, the Shinsuke and Joe, I forget how many times they had the title went back and forth. That bored the hell out of me. I didn't care. I really didn't care. And I think Roderick Strong and Bobby Roode are going to have a great feud. That's going to be probably the best title feud because you have two pure athletes. One who can adapt to anything. He's like Bobby Roode's like Triple H, and Roderick Strong is like I don't know. He's just a lot of everything. So I think that's going to be really good. And then when he gets to the main roster, I think he's going to be like the next Daniel Bryan.
Mm. I don't know. I mean, it's all about how they book him because he's not the biggest guy. Um,
Exactly.
it's funny because a lot of NXT guys, I'd much rather see them in SmackDown than Monday Night Raw. Bobby Roode may be Monday Night Raw, but with Roderick Strong, my thing is you have to graduate NXT in order to go to the main roster. And what I mean by that is either you got to get yourself way over, like Sami Zayn levels of over, or you got to win a championship at least once or twice. You know what I'm saying? Like until you graduate that aspect of NXT, I don't think you should go to the main roster. Bobby Roode is legitimate. He can go to the main roster right now. That's fine. I wouldn't even be mad.
He should have. He should have done an AJ Styles. He
Yeah,
should have done that.
but then you also got to look at they need NXT to have people looking at that as well. So yeah, I mean I think that will be a good feud. They can pull off great matches. They're not high flyers, which that's fine. They're ground based, so I think they could really pull out something great with that feud. I can't wait to see that. So now we're going on to the main event, which is Cassius Ono versus Aleister Black. Slow pacing at the beginning, but let's be honest,
Oh,
it was two indie guys
oh,
having a WWE match, and eventually,
a
no,
tryout.
but I mean, it sped up at towards the end to where it became an indies match where they were no selling their finish. So that was pretty good. But
Felt like a
let's start
tryout.
at the beginning where it was very slow, methodical on the part of both of them actually, where they would hit each other, then stop, stare at each other, chop, kick, things of that nature. No
Oh my
actual
god.
wrestling moves.
Worst main event ever.
No, it was pretty good. The ending really made it worth
Oh.
it. So we have,
It was good. I got to go do my laundry and then come back and it still wasn't over
oh
yet.
my
I flipped
goodness.
in the dryer, put my clothes in the
Well,
washer.
okay, we're
Dude,
going to speak about it from the
we all
aspect.
know Cassius. No, we
Listen,
all know Cassius
he's a
Ohno can put on a better
he
match
could,
just through
and
and
it
through.
was a good one. It wasn't like 5 star. It was like four, no, 3.5. It was 3.5. But I
Mhm.
mean, it was a normal NXT show, nothing too crazy, and I get it. It's moving along a storyline on Ono and Itami losing. So I understand the match.
Yeah.
and it was to help push Aleister Black forward in his undefeated streak at this time until he faces a formidable Hill. So I get it. There's going to be a new guy that comes in that he's going to have to lose to. It's just going to have to happen. But as for the match itself, I think, from my aspect, and I'll let Frost, close it out. From my opinion of it was just it's slow. It was slow at the beginning. It was just like I said, a lot of chops, kicks, things of that nature. Then it actually turned around when Cassius Ohno, sat down Indian style, and Aleister Black seen it, and he was just like, "What? Like, oh, you're copying me," and kicked him in the back, and that's when it got, they started showing a little bit more aggression. Then Aleister tried to go for a suplex, and Cassius reversed it. Then it was a lot of elbows, a lot of kicks, back and forths. I liked it. I enjoyed the ending. The beginning I didn't really like too much, but the middle and ending, they definitely closed it out right for you. My question is, not even so much where do you see Aleister Black going? How far do you think he'll get in the WWE?
Unless he adapts like a new kind of thing. And maybe gets aligned with somebody properly, maybe he could be something.
So you don't see him really as a single star?
Not really. Not for the long haul. To me, that seemed that kind of seemed like Mickey Mouse tattoos, put on some trunks, shaved my legs, shaved my back. Yes, I have some hair on my back and my chest. And I shaved it down, and I went out to the ring, and I tried to emulate CM Punk.
Why do you always say that?
With an elderly version.
Anybody who has tattoos is CM Punk.
We all know. You know how I feel about tattoos. Like people on the wrestling game with their Sharpie tattoos. But anyway, to me, it just feel like you had an older Cassius Ohno. He held back. They didn't have any chemistry. And then they started saying, okay, fuck it, this is bad. People were getting bored. And he's that idiot wannabe looking like Hulk Hogan in the background. I gotta, point that out. He kept putting his arms up like, look at me, and he kept moving in front of the camera. I'm like, I just wanted to climb through the screen and just, kick him in the dick. Because, come on, seriously, dude. Really? Hulk Hogan, nobody cares.
All right, but let's stick to Aleister.
I think, but that's my whole point, is I was distracted by the person in the crowd. Now, when you're looking at people in the crowd, because the match isn't keeping it, and for Aleister to win, honestly, Cassius Ohno still did better moves. He still did better stuff. He should have won it. I know that it's all pre-done out and whatnot, but to me, it was terrible. I don't see him. I think he's going to be the first non-Asian in the WWE who's going to just not stay the whole time. I think he's probably going to leave.
I see Aleister in there for the long haul.
I do.
I see Aleister and Ohno being in there for the long haul. I eventually see them going to the roster. I would like to see Aleister on Monday Night Raw. I think he'll get more of a push on Monday Night Raw with his character being more towards the dark side. Raw can definitely use a character like that because, and God forbid they put them with... no, actually they're on SmackDown Live now. So I don't have to worry about him being put together with the Ascension. Don't put Aleister Black on SmackDown. I don't need to see him with the Ascension. The Ascension, they're cancer.
Oh, that's what he needs. Some face paint.
No, he doesn't. Do not put him with them. They're cancer. They're job guys. I don't even understand their purpose there anymore. But Aleister Black on Monday Night Raw, I see him mid-card. Maybe a title shot, but he has to turn heel. Maybe a title shot, but he has to turn heel in order to get that. I can't see him as a face.
He's going to be one of those guys that doesn't.
He's a cruiserweight Undertaker. He's a cruiserweight Undertaker, and I think if they booked him strong to where he rarely loses, I think that'll be great. But I'll let you finish up. Do you have any closing comments?
Yes, I would like people to go on to Dre Frost, at Dre Frost, Wrestling Rants and Reviews, and give us your opinions, what you think, what we should talk about, and the state of NXT, because starting to feel a lot like it's getting to that low point where they're hanging on to the champion as the best part, and they're trying not to use him too much, so we don't see him enough. And I just feel like it's like, we're not getting the full benefit of the talent in that company.
Okay. Well,
Your thoughts?
I
Your
mean,
thoughts?
with me, hey, listen, like, subscribe, comment. Our Twitter accounts will be in the link below. So definitely, follow us to hear more on our thoughts and opinions of this week in wrestling or any wrestling show that we, do make a show on. But other than
I
that,
would really like to have some people in here, like some people to
and
join
we
us
will,
and,
believe me,
give us their feeling when they're talking
they will
about it.
hear the arguments. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and we'll catch you on the next one later.